Hello, it's Doc Mack, and I'm back. Today, I want to do a little Mack hack. Okay, one of the things that I see happen more and more is that people will eat protein, particularly red meat, and they will inflame. And this inflammation is primarily caused by chemicals, hormones, the fertilizers, the pesticides, the herbicides, the antibiotics that are in the fat of the meat. And that's why I always prefer, when you're trying to get healthy, you're trying to lose weight, when you're trying to get your hormones balanced, that you eat a lean, clean meat. That's why I really like, pasture-raised, grass-fed beef. You want to get them as clean as possible. Just because if you don't, you're getting all that stuff inside you. You're getting the estrogens that they're using on the cows. You're getting the antibiotics to try to keep the infections down. I mean, we've all seen the movies and the horror stories that happen when we're talking about industrialized, conventional red meat. In fact, my wife Vicky, if she eats red meat, she doesn't lose any weight at all. Okay, I'm a carnivore, and I probably talked to you about that a lot. I was a vegan at one time. The carnivore diet, first of all, keeps my weight stabilized, but my energy levels are much higher. And right now with COVID, I'm not able to be in the gym that much, so I'm feeling flabby, like many of you I'm sure are too. But protein is essential, for muscle building and for healing. The protein is just, to me, it's the most important thing as we age. There's so much evidence that shows that the atrophy of our muscles as we age makes us so fragile. So many people always ask me, okay, what do we do? How do we get beef that's edible? And as you all know, I'm a big believer of God-made food. To me, I call it organic. And I don't mean organic because they don't use pesticides and fertilizers and things like that are made from chemicals. I mean organic. To me, that means that it's what God made. It's natural. It's not human. It's not been messed with human hands. It hasn't been engineered, and that's what I mean by God-made food. And that's the core of our diet, is really God-made food. But anyway, I get asked all the time, well, what do you eat? And I tell them I eat grass-fed, grass-finished, because what they'll do a lot is they'll grass feed the cattle, and at the end they'll start corn feeding them, and that will fatten them up. Now think about it. Cows are supposed to eat grass. Okay, they're not supposed to eat corn. I've never seen a cow in a cornfield. Okay, I've seen cows eating grass all the time. That's what they're supposed to eat naturally. It's the same with all meats. Chickens. They're not supposed to be in a cage and fed corn. They're supposed to be out there, eating worms and seeds and such. That's what you want. That's natural food. And I think a lot of the stuff, the junk that's getting into our meats, are killing us. Because that stuff creates inflammation, and inflammation is what's going to get you. They did a study of 1,000 people that lived over 100 years old, and they followed them to their death. Not one of them died of old age. Every one of them died of the 5 chronic inflammation diseases. That's cancer and diabetes and heart disease and strokes and Alzheimer's. Those are all caused from inflammation. What we should do every day is we should do things that decrease our inflammation. Okay, anything that you can do to decrease your inflammation is going to increase the quality of life. It's going to make you look better, because inflammation is a hormonal disruptor, and it's the number one primary cause of obesity. Okay, so today I'll share with you what I do with my red meat. Yes, there's areas around here we can get red meat, but grass-fed beef, but I have to travel a long distance. And I have. I even get pasture-raised turkeys for Thanksgiving, and I travel 45 minutes to a special farm out there. And but nowadays with COVID, we've learned a lot. And what's great is a lot of the companies have jumped on board of making sure they can deliver you stuff. So today I'm going to share with you the company that I use, and you can use any company you want, but I happen to got a shipment in, and so I'm going to show you, what I use. Okay, hopefully you can see this. It's a butcher box. Okay, I get it from the butcher box. I get a shipment of this every 4 weeks. All right, I get it from butcher box, and the meat's coming in, and they're frozen. And let me just, oh, if you order now, you get it on time. They give you free hamburger meat every month, every package. But also, I get all kinds of different meats in there. Right here's top sirloin. I get a full box every 4 weeks. I'm just gonna pull out a few of these. Here we got sirloin tips. Okay, these are all grass-fed, grass-finished. It's called Butcher Box. It comes in great boxes too. They're thick so that they stay frozen. You don't have to worry about that at all. And so that's where I get mine. And so if you want, I can put a link down there for you for that. But there's a lot of companies now. I like this one. It's been around for quite a while. It's booming. It's kind of become the standard Butcher Box has. But if you know somewhere you can get grass-fed beef, you can go buy a quarter of a cow, a half a cow, something like that. Start doing it. All right. You don't want to be eating all those hormones. You don't want to be eating all the herbicides, the pesticides, that are inside of them. You don't want to be eating all the antibiotics and the medicines they put into there, because that all goes and stays in the fat. Okay. So if you want to lose weight and feel great, start slowly switching over, finding out, and this is affordable. I can get grass-fed down at the local store here, and sometimes it's very inexpensive, especially when you go in the next morning, and they have to get rid of it because it's organic, doesn't have preservatives in it, so they can't hold it there. For the shelf life is very short. So I'll go down there, and they have big discounts on the grass-fed beef when you do that. But you got to get in the system for that, and it's better to right now anyway to get it delivered at your house. Okay, so eat grass-fed, grass-finished beef. Okay, make sure it's all organic. It's just. I know it costs a little bit more, but it's not that much more. I think when I get this, it averages around $10 a pound right now. Beef over at the store is way over that, just because of what's going on in life, and we're having a lot of these farms are not being able to work like they used to. So anyway, try it out. It's delicious. My wife last night made iron. What do they call it? Iron skirt. Is that what it's called? It was delicious. It was fantastic. This meat doesn't have the livery taste, the liver type of taste that many of the normal God-made organic type of meats have. It was absolutely delicious, and it was so tender. And so, do me a favor. Start thinking about it. Start moving that way. Start getting away from industrialized conventional beef. It may just give you 10 more years in your life, and definitely a much higher quality life. So this is Doc Mack. God bless you. If you ever want to talk to me, do me a favor, talk to me. I'm retired. I retired 5 years ago now, and all I do all day long is I talk to people who want to optimize their life, to optimize their weight, to optimize their hormones, and that's what I do. So God bless you. If you haven't talked to me, talk to me. We'll talk about anything you want to talk about. All right? Bye-bye.